En esta parte de exposiciones de las universidades canadienses, el último expositor es Dansereau, quien recibió su bachelor y master degree en ingeniería mecánica de la Escuela Politécnica de Montreal y luego su PhD en ingeniería mecánica también de la Universidad de Vermont Burlington. Ha sido desde el año 86 profesor del Departamento de Ingeniería Mecánica y actualmente está en representación de la Escuela Politécnica de Montreal, en donde tiene la posición como decano asociado de estudios y director de estudios de posgrados.
Thank you. My presentation will be in English. I will present École Polytechnique, which is a French engineering school where research can be done in English. Just to give you a general overview of the engineering training in Canada, you have a map of the Canada here and where are located the different schools of engineering and faculties of engineering. There is undergraduate student up to more than 60,000 students in 2009, and 73% were from other provinces than Quebec, and 27% are from Quebec, and 6% of them are coming from École Polytechnique. This is almost the same ratio for graduate studies, except that there is like 17,000 students at the graduate levels. And again, we are forming 6% of all the graduate studies related to engineering field. Polytechnique in Montreal has known an extraordinary growth. We were founded in 1873, and then now we are a big institution where we have 5 different buildings. We are on the campus of the University of Montreal. University of Montreal is really our neighbor, and we have some research collaboration with them. Then we are located on the mountains. Our mission statement, we would like to have to be a top-notch university training at every level, and we want to put our accent on human values. We want to do advanced research with highly relevant aspect of the research and involving consideration of the needs for both industry and society. Social and intellectual influence is important for us, and it's important for us to interact with external interests both nationally and internationally. If we look to our distribution of students, 76% of our students are undergraduates, 15% at the master level, and 9% at the PhD level. Since our foundation, we have graduated 37,000 students, which means in fact around now 1,000 graduates per year. Up to now, we are 6,700 students at École Polytechnique, and of them we are close to 1,700 graduate students and let's say 650 students at the PhD level. We are the first in Quebec as engineering training and research. We are second in Canada concerning industrial research partnerships, and with University of Montreal and HEC, we are the second largest campus in Canada. Our proportion of students in engineering concerning the gender is we have 77% of students who are male students and 23% which are female students, which is in fact a big proportion of a female student in our institution. I would like just to give some information concerning our system of education. In fact, in Quebec, we have, starting from the age of 6, for kids who has 6 years old, we have 11 years for primary and secondary school formation. And then after that, we have 2 years that what we call CEGEP, which is a pre-university school. And then the admission to the university, normally the student has 19 years of age. Then the engineering program that we offer at École Politécnique, it's 4 years, then the engineer completed, the engineering diploma is obtained at the age of 23. If we look to what's happened, for example, in Europe, and what's happened in the other Canadian provinces, in fact, it's a quite bit different system where we have 12 years of formation before going to university, and we offer our program at that time in 5 years. In fact, we have a preparatory classes just after the 12 years of formation. I think this is quite similar that I understand from the discussion I have with some of you, what's happened here in Ecuador, where the formation for engineering is 5 years, after 12 years of primary and secondary schools. Our fields of interest in research and in training, well, we can see on this picture, this is our different programs. And in fact, we have program in 12 different fields. It could be civil, biomedical engineering, aerospace engineering, civil, mechanical, mining engineering. Yes. We have computer engineering, software engineering, mining engineering, mechanical, physics engineering, mechanical engineering, then geological engineering. All these fields we are program at the engineering level as well as the graduate level, meaning master's and PhD programs. We have also specific program at the other graduate programs in material engineering, in nuclear engineering, as well as in applied mathematics. For the undergraduate program training, we at the engineering level, we are making the specialization in the different program starting at the first year, and we are making lots of effort for interpersonal skills and improvement or oral written communication. And we also, for our students, give an awareness of sustainable development issues, which we think it's very important for our students. At the graduate level, we have in fact 12 PhD programs in the field that I just show you, and we have as well 12 master's research-based program and 31 course-based program at the master level. Just to give you an idea, at the PhD level, it's a 90 credit formation, which is normally done in 4 years. And then we ask the student to complete 15 credits, which is in fact around 5 courses, and 75 credits for a thesis. And the student could be accepted directly after the engineering diploma, or it's preferable, for example, that he has a master's degree, which is more easy to be accepted directly to the PhD with a master's degree program. Our area of excellence in research are related to the different field that I just presented, where we are our 12 different programs. But if I want to synthesize, strong fields where we have close link with the industry sectors are aerospace and transformation, multimedia, IT and telecommunications, life science and engineering, and also we have different topics where we are quite strong: advanced material and nanotechnology, system and science and engineering, and environment, energy and sustainable development. In research, we are the first in Canada for the numbers of research chair we have. We have in fact 24 Canada research chair and 16 industrial research chair, which is in fact a combination of funds coming from our federal agency and partners from industry. We are second in Canada related to research grant, and then our professors are obtaining 300, 500 research grants per year, And we have also 280 research contract and agreement with companies from our professor per year. Research, we have 30 research group and centers, 27 research lab. 90% of our professors are really active in research, and you have the amount of money that our budget in research for per year, approximately. And for the last decade, we have produced close to 2,000 theses and more than 10,000 research publications. Where are coming our funding? In fact, it's mostly coming from research grant that professors are submitting research proposal to federal and provincial agency, which represent 39% of our grants, our money. 20% come from research contract and partnerships, 26% from infrastructure from the specific program from Canada and Quebec, and with indirect cost, and we have a small amount for test and analysis. For research, if we compare our research program with respect to other universities in Canada, we are the first in Canada for research chair in engineering, like we have 22 research chair at that time. And for the NSERC funding, which is the Canadian agency that gives money for engineering and fundamental science, we are the second with close to University of Toronto and University of British Columbia. It's quite important for us, the question of sustainable development. It's why it is integrated at a different level. It is integrated in training, in research, in student life, and also in our infrastructures, where we have win a prize for our building, which is a LEED Gold. We had a LEED Gold certification. We are also aware about the commercial development. For example, it is very important for us that the research that can be developed at École Polytechnique goes to, that we are able to do transfer technology with all that has been developed. And this is represent a graph for from 2001 to 2009 with respect to the technology disclosure, which is in blue, and in pink, it's the technology being marketed since the last 10 years, which means in fact that we have 185 technologies that have been marketed from the work that the research has been done at École Polytechnique. And we have from them 15 spin-off, a company that have been created, which in fact have permit the creation of 430 direct and indirect jobs. And on the campus, we have a business incubation. It's for helping companies to start up. Industry really oriented to research environment, and we have 12 companies who has already benefited from this specific environment, incubation environment. And finally, to the international visibility, we have more than 250 agreements with the different institutions around the world. We have around 100 students that goes aboard as exchange students, and we receive close to 500 students from aboard. And we are quite an international institution because 23% of our students are international students, and they are coming from 120 countries. Just some point related to possible collaborations concerning the timeshare doctor that we can think with some partners here from Ecuador. From the discussion we had maybe yesterday, we can propose, École Polytechnique can propose this model, for example. We think that we can offer, the first year of the PhD program could be done in the Ecuadorian University. It means, in fact, that, as I said before, 15 credits are needed in our program. Then if these 15 credits are done in the first year in an Ecuadorian university, we can recognize these 15 credits. On the second year and maybe the third year, the research project could be done at École Politécnica in Montreal. This, in fact, gives the opportunity to start the project, to do the comprehensive exam, and to obtain results. We think that at least 2 years are necessary to obtain results in a research project. And I think that our professor will need to have some research results in order to supervise students. And then after, let's say, the third year, it's possible to the student to return to Ecuador in order to complete the writing of his thesis. Then the successful defense, if the defense is successful, then we can give the PhD degree from École Polytechnique, let's say, during the fourth year. And we offer as an institution exemption of differential tuition fees for international students, which in fact involve also, it's applying also for students from Ecuador. Well, if you have any questions or want to make exchange, I will be available after the session and during the lunch. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dansereau.